Hello everyone and welcome back to GTA Online with me, Longclaw, and my crew, True Valyrian Steel, where we always deliver. This week the crew held an airplane meet on Saturday. That's right, we all got into our airplanes and performed a beautiful display. That's pretty much how it went. While the nation clapped their hands as a sign of respect and to mark the passing of Captain Tom, who sadly died this week, at True Valyrian Steel we decided to get together in our planes and it seemed like blowing each other up was the order of the day. That's what happened. After a busy week of offshore activities on the island of Perico, everyone wanted to blow off some steam and have some fun. Let's get into it and see what went down. Well, it was mostly me that went down, as you will see when you watch the video. Check out the rest of my content and I'll see you online after 3:30 every day this week for some more Perico heist fun. So the crew asked for an airplane meet this week, and when they did I had my doubts. I was a bit worried about how I was going to manage to capture all the footage I would need to make the video. In airplanes, everybody flying around in different parts of the map, I thought, how am I going to tie this together? As a content creator, this was going to test me. I also realised that unlike cars and other vehicles in the game, once blown up, which was going to happen to the airplanes, the planes would only spawn in certain places on the map and not always in a convenient location. So there's going to be a lot of people running around on foot trying to get to a plane, and that makes people vulnerable and you can easily blow them up. So I had my doubts about how this was all going to play out. And there's also the cooldown to worry about too. You can't just repeatedly call in your personal aircrafts. But nevertheless, we settled on a location at the LSIA, and I instructed everybody to fly over there around 3:30 and park up on the tarmac so I could get some footage of the planes sitting nicely together before the carnage began. And this is pretty much where the good behaviour ended. All week the crew had been telling me that they were looking forward to the meet, and we'd been talking about our aeroplanes and where we were going to show up and what we were going to do and who's bringing what, and I knew it was going to be a good turnout. I also heard some whispers that some of the crew members were targeting me for kills during the meet, and there's nothing new there. These vehicle meets are a chance for everybody to let their hair down and go nuts, and I'd rather it happen here than while we were trying to work during the week, so I don't mind. I also realised that trying to control the meet is near impossible. I had suggested games, some organised dogfights with some prizes, maybe ground vehicles versus airplanes, stuff like that. But as soon as my wheels left the tarmac, it was a free-for-all, and survival instincts kicked in as bits of planes could be seen falling from the sky all over the south part of the city. If you would like to take part in a crew meet like this once a week, then join the True Valyrian Steel crew. You see, we work very hard during the week running heists over and over, helping each other out, making money, learning how to run your businesses properly, upgrading your vehicles, making money legitimately in GTA Online. But at the weekends and on Saturday in particular, we will get together and have a vehicle meet. We already have another one planned for next week, so click the link in my bio under the TikTok profile, under my YouTube profile, and you will see how to join the True Valyrian Steel crew, and you can play with us online every day. My prediction about the difficulties in not just getting a replacement aircraft but waiting for the aircraft to arrive seemed to be justified, and I told everyone to go to the beach where the planes should arrive on the sand a bit more easier and more frequently, and of course the dogfight could continue over the sea. I took a stray missile on my way and ended up going down, and once again someone hoisted me up, thankfully, in an Avenger to take me back to my hangar. You see, my hangar is at the fort, and logistically for a plane meet down in LSIA it doesn't really work for me, so the beach did seem like a better spot, and my plan was to get in another plane and head over there, drawing the activity away from the fort towards the sea, where we could all respawn our planes in on the sand. I realised it'd been a few minutes now since someone had blown me up, and I was starting to feel pretty good about that. Perhaps my dream of creating a harmony-based crew who care about each other and respect each other's property and all the hard work that goes into getting some of these vehicles, maybe they did want to play games instead of destroying each other. Maybe it's not such a cruel world after all. Could it be that everyone was waiting for me, smiling and waving on the beach, proud to see their leader approach in another plane and perform an awesome stunt display as he flew over? Well, I couldn't see anyone on the way over, so I'll just turn around and do another run of the beach and they will all be there waiting for me. I was excited. I was trying to decide, shall I do maybe a loop or shall I fly upside down and maybe do some shapes in the sky with my different... yeah. Back to reality. Thank you, Ben. You see, all they wanted to do really was take each other out, and if you check the left hand corner of my screen you can see the kill notifications. It was becoming a bloodbath. I wasn't about to waste any time going back to the fort or calling in another aircraft, so I just got in the nearest thing with wings. I started to wonder how some of the crew were affording all the insurance costs, and think of the bad sport points they were racking up destroying vehicle after vehicle. You may have noticed I haven't actually killed anyone yet. You see, I may just be the least toxic person playing GTA Online. So after being wasted again by one of my crew, you know, the people I spend every day helping out, yeah, that's them. Well, I was on foot and on the beach and I needed to pop a chocky milk like never before, but there was no time for that. I was literally on foot in the middle of a war zone. I needed to find a vehicle. I needed to move. As I ran about, everywhere I looked I could see people going down all over the place. I could see the lifeguard's bike next to his hut and I figured, well, it's better than running about, so maybe I could get to a spawn point on it. To be honest, I couldn't even get my phone out to call in a vehicle at this stage. I mean, standing still was a risk. All I could see were the notifications in the bottom of the screen. Yestin Pro 1 killed TT Leyland. Baby Yoda killed Andrew. Epic Jack killed Tiger, and then Tiger killed Epic Jack. My head was starting to spin. By now, the beach was starting to look like a plain graveyard with smoking remains all over the place. Nowhere seemed to be safe, but hang on a minute. It seems like it's been a little while now since I've been killed. Maybe I'm not a target after all. The crew do appreciate me. I am loved and admired. I feel free, like I could do anything. Well, I'll go and get in a really cool vehicle and let's get everyone in the air again and let's do some really cool displays. Why not? I've been worried about nothing. I mean, I knew it was going to be fine. I don't know why I thought this was going to turn into a what is that? Is that a plane crashing into the police? Yeah, of course. Let's not forget about the LSPD, the world's greatest police force. So there are a few people on the ground. Is that someone trying to size me up with a sniper rifle? I mean, you're not going to... No, you're all right. Well, okay, so someone's just crashed their plane into the sea. That was cool. Now, I just need to get in a plane myself and take off, and there's a few lasers around, and it seems that one is now on the ground as well. It didn't seem like people were in the air doing displays. Mostly people are just fighting for their lives. There's a terabyte there. Is that Savage's terabyte? Let me just get in that. At least if I get in the terabyte, I can maybe go and at least get some safety, maybe find somewhere I can go. I need to pick up a vehicle, and I think the spawn point is over here somewhere. I need to take a bit of shelter behind Sharky. I mean, there are people firing at each other on the beach, and it does seem like people... they're terabyte again. I mean, someone should at least... I mean, there's a dead ramp buggy. I mean, if I can just get into a vehicle... I mean, is that a yacht over there? I mean, that's not my yacht, is it? Is somebody just taken the helicopter off my yacht? Savage again. Right, let me just get in your terabyte and take me somewhere nice and safe where I can pick up a vehicle, and at least maybe then people will follow me back into the air and we can open the door then. I mean, open it. Tiger. Yeah, that happened. So death after death after death was happening to me. It started to dawn on me that I wasn't going to get my nice display in the sky. I wasn't going to get my homage to Captain Tom. It was indeed like the end of a bad action movie. Too many special effects. But I did have a plan to escape all the carnage on the beach, a plan to keep myself out of harm's way. I knew exactly what vehicle I needed to call in. I just needed to get to it. if I could stay alive long enough. Thanks for tuning into this. Tune in to find out what happens in part 2 tomorrow. Take care, stay safe. You know I'll be back soon.